Hi everyone, my name is Brittany from Creating Writing Warriors. I am a teacher author and I have a store on TPT titled Creating Writing Warriors. As the name entails, I produce writing instruction products for teachers to use, typically in grades 3 through 6. My goal today is to go over one of my products, the winter-themed story starters, to show you how to use it in your classroom. The thing I love about this product is that it is an excellent warm-up activity. So if you're looking for something quick to get your students engaged during the winter months, this is a great product to do just that. You can use it as a warm-up, you can use it as an early finisher activity, or you can use it as an activity that you do during a creative writing unit. So let's dive in. So we have our winter-themed story starters, and what they are is, I'll show you number 2, it's just a sheet of paper that has the beginning of a sentence or a sentence or two to set the tone, and then a blank space for your students to continue that story however they would choose. Now the great thing about this product is that there are many different varieties of creative writing prompts here. There are prompts where they have to use their imagination. There's a little bit of magic involved. There are some where they have to describe their ideal snow day, so using their descriptive words and using that blend between reality and the fantasy that you sometimes see in creative writing. Let's go through each story starter and you can see an example that I have and then what the story starters look like. So the first one you'll see is finished. I finished it so that you could see a completed version. And so the story starter begins, "We awoke to so much snow that they canceled school. We celebrated our snow day by ... So students can use their imagination and come up with a fantasy story based off of this, or action story based off of this, or they can rely on past experiences and create more of a personal narrative. So you've got two options for different types of creative writing in that prompt. So you will see that I completed this one. So I said, "We celebrated our snow day by making the largest snowman in history. He was 30 feet tall with 10-foot long tree limbs for arms that we found from my dad's old wood pile. For buttons, we borrowed dinner plates that were black from my friend Sarah's mom. We spread the news about our giant snowman to all of our friends, and soon the whole town showed up to take a look at him. Suddenly, a man in a suit rushed up and told us he was from the Guinness World Record Company. He climbed a ladder up to the top of our snowman, took some measurements, and met us at the bottom of the ladder a few minutes later. 'Congrats,' he said. 'This is the largest snowman ever recorded. It will be documented in the 2021 Guinness World Record book.'" You could time students if you're working on fluency and consistency in their writing, or you could give them as much time as they need. So that's story starter 1. Story starter 2 says, "The rules of a snowball fight are ... So again, they could use their imagination or they could rely on their past experience and write down what they believe the rules of a snowball fight are. Story starter 3, "There's a new flavor of candy cane out. Instead of being mint flavored, it is actually..." and then they continue the story. Story starter 4, "Instead of singing carols this year, my family and I sang." This could be a real life experience or it could be an imagined experience. Story starter 5, "We were on our way to visit my aunt for the holidays when all of a sudden..." Again, they can use their imagination or they can rely on past experiences. Story starter 6, "My elf on a shelf went missing. We searched for hours and finally found them." Story starter 7, "I thought there was a puppy in one of my presents, but when I opened it up, I saw..." Story starter 8, "We went on a car ride to see the holiday lights up around town. My favorite set of lights were..." Story starter 9, "The ornaments hanging on the tree turned out to be magic when I looked at it..." and then they continue the story. And then story starter 10, "The perfect snowman would look like..." So they can rely on what their description of a perfect snowman would be, or they can take it to a more imaginative version and completely change what we would think a traditional snowman would look like. The great thing about these two, because there is 10 of them, you could do them over 10 consecutive days, or you could do 2 a day over 5 days. They could pair really well with a creative writing unit that is maybe 10 lessons long during the winter months. So there are a lot of different options with the fact that there are so many of them. You could also pick your favorites and choose which day you want them to do. You don't have to print out the whole packet at one time. And so this offers a lot of options for the teachers. If you like this product, the link for the product will be in the description below. If you do purchase it and download it and use it in your classroom, feel free to leave a comment about how it went, what your favorite thing was about it, any constructive criticism you have, and feel free to give me a follow on Teachers Pay Teachers. I will also drop that link in the description below. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.